Hi, this is Uncle Matt's D&D Studio. I'm Matt Finch, and this is the show Unlikely Heroes of Jordoba, called that way because they are using 5th edition rules, but they decided to roll up their stats with just a straight 3d6. I thank you very much for watching the game and the channel, and if you have a moment, please subscribe to the channel. If you really like the show, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/unlikelyheroesofjordoba. With that, let me give a quick summary of what happened in the last episode where we lost some video, unfortunately. But in that episode, our heroes began their adventures with the episode You Are Meat in a Tavern, and they found themselves imprisoned underneath an ogre bar called the Happy Ending, located in the grim quarter of the city of Jordoba. And from there, they managed to fight their way out past telepathic slugs, fool their way out past the downstairs common room of the ogre bar and into an underground street called Tapeworm Alley. And from there, they managed to get back out and into the city. And so what we're looking at in today's adventure is the next step that they take in their history. And I can tell you, for at least one of the characters, this one ends badly.
Ready or not, here we go.
I did put a picture of Flat Stanley in that Facebook message.
I saw.
So I was told he looks clearly doctored.
Well, I can't see him up close.
You can zoom in.
I'm enhance.
It's reassuring we're starting near a building that has Cthulhu-style decorations on the outside.
Well, that is just
that's
the city of Jordoba. And, they just sort of do a lot of seafood sort of decor in the city. And so let me take Zak's mini off of there. All right, so you guys have gotten back from your last adventure.
Misadventure.
Which basically, misadventure, yeah. Well, it started out, badly, but that was actually my fault, giving the You Are Meat in a Tavern situation. And
there's your meeting in a tavern, and then there's your meeting in a tavern because you're going to be dinner at the tavern.
No, I think it was We Were Meat in a Tavern.
Oh, We Were Meat. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the title of the adventure was You Are Meat in a Tavern, and it was MEAT.
Damn it.
So.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Missed that entirely, huh?
I missed that.
I didn't miss it, and I really appreciated it, Matt, so thank you.
Might have been a few drinks in that night. I say that, helping myself to another drink.
But we survived the night of the slug puppet.
Yeah,
so.
somehow. Slug puppet theater. Yeah.
All right, roll for initiative.
Yeah, I've been on mute for a while.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Talking away. So I'm sure, everybody give me credit for several really witty statements. What happens is that Drac is sort of summoned over to the Guild of Minstrels. And the other two of you tag along. You've temporarily lost Zak's character, and you suspect that he's gone out on a drinking binge somewhere. But it's an urgent summons, and so you go over to the Guild of Minstrels, and you are contacted by he's your teacher, Gabe, because you've been in the city, so he's been helping you out with your music lessons. And he says, "All right, I'm glad to see that you've got a couple people with you, Drac. Are these members of a adventuring party?"
You could say as much. We, believe it or not, we met in a bar. Fate kind of threw us together in that regard.
All right, good. Because I have a job for you.
The job could be good right now.
Now, as you know, it's not the Guild of Minstrels does a great deal more than just playing in bars, and so this is really the first time that you've been entrusted with anything like this. But there is an offer of 100 gold pieces to rescue another minstrel that we think has been kidnapped, or really we know he's been kidnapped since there were observers. And So we wanted to see whether you would be interested in doing something like that.
100 gold pieces, you say? Yes, I would be quite interested in doing such a thing.
Okay.
Especially if it gets me out of the city.
It will temporarily get you out of the city, but about a quarter mile probably, because it's in the dungeons underneath the old city of Jordoba. Let me fill you in. There's a group of mushroom men who've made several forays into the city in disguise. And they have been stealing things, but recently they have kidnapped a minstrel, and we're not sure why. But he's kind of a fat minstrel, and we think it's a possibility that they might be going to eat him or something like that. Although we did get a ransom demand for him, and we have rejected that.
Well, okay.
What was the ransom demand?
50 gold pieces.
But you're willing to pay us 100 gold pieces to go get him?
Yes, it's a different group of people who approved the rescue as opposed to who rejected the demand. See, the thing that you have to understand is that he's a bagpiper.
Oh, all right. Yes, I understand.
And that's why
budgets are terrible.
Go ahead.
Makes sense. How is he at the parties?
How is what?
How is he at the parties?
At parties? I said he's a bagpiper.
Oh, okay,
That's also why they decided not to approve the ransom demand. But the thing is that the one or two of us were also contacted by the Church of Mitra, and as it turns out, and we knew this, but we hadn't quite processed it through. He's the minstrel who wrote the Ballad of Saint Muriel, and which, as you know, is occasionally performed on bagpipes, and that's the reason. So now, again, because he's a bagpiper, there's only a 5-day limit to your ability to get the ransom, and if you don't succeed in 5 days, you don't get paid, and we figure that whatever happens to him happens.
Well, okay.
I think we need to rescue him for Muriel's honor.
For Muriel's honor, and then also the 100 gold pieces. We wouldn't want that to go to waste.
Yes. I could.
So when he was kidnapped, and someone saw the mushroom people disappear with him, and followed them a little bit, and they went into a hidden door in the old dungeons under the old city of Jordoba. And so the dungeons of Jordoba are there when that part of the city, which was occupied by necromancers and weird scientists and so on and so forth, suffered divine retribution, and was basically buried under all kinds of different rock that just appeared over the top of it. And there were all kinds of magical effects and chain reactions from the unholy magics that they had on the inside. And so the result of it is that there's just this, sort of very, very large hill there, and there are a couple of entrances, and this one wasn't known about. So no one has really explored this particular entrance, but we do assume that since this mushroom gang has come out several times, making forays into the city, that probably they are quite close to the actual entrance.
Well, it seems like a pretty good start. What is? I mean, I should know this. What is Minstrel Man's name?
What is what?
What is the minstrel's name?
His name is Ramekin Squee.
Oh, Ramekin. Ramekin Squee.
Your accent's just way too thick, Gabe.
What, can you not hear me?
No, it's just a very thick accent.
We can go full on Russian if you want, but
Whoa. Nobody's doing full Russian without me doing full Russian.
Well, everyone can.
Я даже могу говорить по-русски, so anyway.
That is full Russian.
That is full Russian. Nobody goes full Russian.
Yeah.
Well, millions of people do, actually.
You don't come back if you go full Russian. Anyway.
Hopefully it's intelligible. If it's not, let me know. Okay. Very good.
Okay.
So do we have his name? Do we know who he is?
It is Ramekin Squee.
What's the general consensus on eating a mushroom man after he's died?
This is a different party. The Swords and Wizardry party would be like, yes, let's flambe that guy.
Like,
Guys.
do we bring frying pans and butter and garlic, or... Oh, no.
The Tovak and me says yes. Petunia thinks that would be terrible. Absolutely terrible. We can't stick to that level. Mushroom
we could
people
sell
eat
them
people.
to a tavern we know.
But
That's actually not a bad idea.
It's people, but also fungus. It'll be great.
Oh.
I mean, maybe it will get us into good graces with those particular... Was it hobgoblins, were they?
I believe they were ogres.
Oh, yes. They all look the same to me at this age. But they were big and terrifying, and if we give them some mushrooms, maybe they'll leave us alone.
If it is not the same to you, I really don't want to draw any more attention to myself in regards to ogres and eating of sentient beings than is really absolutely necessary. So, for time being, let's not knocking on the door of the happy ending.
Also, Allah, I think you might be on mute.
Mm.
I don't think I am, but
no,
I think
you're
I'm
not.
having...
You're not. That's what I get from watching the YouTube screen on mute. I saw you talking earlier. So,
She's
all right.
on the standard bad dub delay.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you guys get ready to go into the dungeons under the Old City of Jordoba, buy any extra equipment that you want to buy, and we'll move on.
Got 21 silver pieces ready for some equipment.
Oh, boy.
I think I will hold on to my 21 silver for time being. I have some food already.
All right.
I'd like some salt and some butter.
Before we do this, do each of you have some way of seeing in the dark? I know Dwarfman does. Oh, old lady, what is your vision?
I can barely see in the light, but I've got magic for that. That's
okay.
that was the first spell I learned, and it's quite lovely to have.
It's very good.
A clap on, clap off sort of thing. Magic.
Okay.
Fabulous.
Well, yes. I mean, if you want to point us to a secret door, we will be on our merry way. I mean, clock is ticking. Those bagpipes won't play themselves.
Thank God.
Okay. So if there are no other preparations in the city, we will move on. You guys go up the hill to where the secret entrance is, or at least the unknown until now entrance.
The entrance previously known as secret.
And you're looking in. You go about 20 feet past the entrance itself. And so that's what I'm showing right now. And you arrive at a four-way intersection. Looking to the north. Now, you are headed east into the dungeon. So right at the moment, you're looking to the east. The one passageway goes to the north. Actually, I'm going to orient my map so I don't screw this up.
Should one of us be map making, taking?
I was attempting to draw a map, but
okay.
If other people want to as well, it is not a bad thing.
Okay, so you're looking to the north, and that corridor goes for.
So there's kind of four-way intersection.
You're standing looking at the four-way intersection right now until you tell me that you are going to do something else.
Can we see any like PD looking footprints, mushroom prints on the floor?
What you can see is sort of a, now that you're looking for it, you're able to see that there's not exactly a cloud, but dust on the floor that's a sort of a golden color spread out sort of generally. I mean, in this intersection, it looks like it fills the whole intersection. But, it might or might not continue on that way.
That is curious.
Could this be the fungal spores that the fungus men leave behind?
I mean, I do not know. I'm not a myconologist, but I'm not aware of them leaving gold dust.
Oh.
Well, when you say them, you don't really know anything about mushroom men.
Exactly. That's why I'm not the myconologist.
Can I use thaumaturgy to kind of blow a path through it for us so we don't have to get mushroom procreative dust all over us?
Is thaumaturgy a cantrip that you've got?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you can.
Can I make
Just
some sort of
slowly.
nature some variety of knowledge check to see if I would know if this is mushroom man leavings or not?
You don't actually know much at all about mushroom men. So, no.
I'm going to tie a rag over my mouth, like a bandana, just so I don't breathe in any fungal spores, because that's
Okay.
very hazardous to your health.
That's probably...
the lungs and... No, that's my accent. Take it. Give it back.
No, I'm sorry. That's my Sunday accent. It's coming back to me.
Hello. We like everybody have Russian accent.
It's an easy one to slip into.
Yes, especially for me. Anyway, that sounds like a great idea. Let me do the same. Let me put my scarf around my face. Ugh. And if it's dark in here, I'm gonna go ahead and cast light on my walking stick.
It is dark in here, so you cast light on the walking stick,
and that's a cantrip. So
yeah.
Well, I'll listen.
Don my vestments of Saint Muriel. You must be off to rescue this person.
Well, I will go ahead and peek around the corners.
Okay. So Drac moves forward carefully. All right. You can see that ahead of you, what that is. That's wood. I don't know how wood glue got on there, but that's what that is. You can see that 30 feet in advance on the far side of this four-way intersection, there is a door blocking off the corridor. You want to look to the left or the right?
And we came in from the east. This is the west is where that door is? Is that correct?
You are pointed right now toward the east. The door is east of you.
Okay. We'll look north first.
All right. So that's to the left. So you move up. All right. You look around there. Now you're standing with your back to one of the corridors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you stand there with your back to one of the corridors.
Well, and then I'll quickly spin around and look in the
I'll look the other way to guard our backs while he's checking that out.
All right, so Curzon's checking the other direction while that's going on. And so what it is down the other direction is a 10-foot corridor, and then immediately it turns toward the east. You're seeing a symmetrical arrangement over here, looking to the north, where the corridor goes for 10 feet, and then in the second 10-foot block, it turns toward the east.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot see any further than that because there are corners around it.
Okay.
Albrecht would call it the classic dwarven trident of architecture.
Precisely.
Well, looks like we have a decision to make. Is anybody good at tracking? I don't. Does the spore dust, gold dust, go a particular direction?
It appears that there is less and less of it as you are looking to the north. And there's also less and less of it as you're looking to the south. But there remains about the same amount as there was in the intersection when you're looking to the east.
I will remove Muriel's finger from under my shirt.
Okay.
Say, Muriel, guide us to he who spreads the word of your deeds.
Okay, it doesn't do anything at all, but you know.
Well, I'm going to
Muriel's really not.
I'll point towards the door. She's given us a sign.
A sign
Okay.
from Muriel herself.
truly a wiser cleric as we have never seen.
All right, so what do you do?
Head to the door.
Oh, there's a giant beast.
Oh, God.
Whoa. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Camera fell over backward. All right, so you go
Very
up.
dramatic.
All
I'll
right.
keep a lookout on the way behind us because
Oh,
somebody
yes.
has to. But
Okay.
And I'll listen at the door.
All right, so you go up and you listen at the door.
And I will check for traps.
Let me go find my dice, which
oh boy,
I have to
That's
put them up.
that was a good.
Well, no,
sign.
this is 5th edition, so there's like dice rolling, all over the damn place for everything.
I've already rolled 3 times.
I haven't even done anything, and I think I've rolled 47 times.
Right. So, what is your perception, Ian?
My passive perception is 13.
This is not passive because you're deliberately listening at the door.
My active perception is +3.
All right.
So roll some dice.
I get to roll?
Yeah.
No,
You're
you totally don't get to roll because then
This
it would
is fifth
become like
edition. That would be
spot
passive.
checks in 3rd edition where it's like, if I don't see anything on the spot check, that means there's got to be something there. Failed my spot check. Okay, so you listen to the door, and you're really not able to hear anything that would be useful to you.
I think I hear a mushroom.
Yeah, see, that's the problem is you don't really know what kind of noise mushrooms make.
Well, they don't
in the
make any
wild.
noise, right? They just sit there quietly. So I hear a mushroom.
Give spores or whatever.
I don't know if that's how it works. But I will check out the door. Is there traps? Is there locks? Is there just like a push-pull bar? Is it labeled?
It's just a regular type of door.
Well, you say it's safe?
It looks safe. You don't see any traps or anything like that on it.
Curzon, I guess. Okay, well, I guess
I'll open it, trying to do it quietly, but with these old doors, that's.
I'll ready my weapon as he does that.
All right.
I thought you said it was safe.
So with the
Said I heard mushrooms.
Oh,
with readied weapons, everybody now give me your basic marching order, and unlike the original edition group, let's do it with less than 35 minutes of discussion about the marching order.
Myself in the front and the 2 of them flanking me, like behind me.
Okay.
I will not argue, but it makes me hard to open the door, so I might be you opening the door if that's the case.
Well, you open the door and then I'll go through.
Okay, so I'll open the door and then I'll kind of get to the side while he goes through.
Okay.
And just consider me towards the back all the time because I'm old and slow. It's a miracle I'm still alive, really.
Okay, so you move up,
I actually thought you were thinking of looks when we
open the door.
Whoa.
Here you are in a room.
We look
The
left
first
and we look
detail
right.
that you instantly notice about the room is at the center of it, there are 4 terracotta lions.
Damn it.
One of them points in each primary direction of the compass. Looking around, the room is 40 feet across east-west, the direction that you're looking, and it's 30 feet north-south. There are 5 doors in the room other than the one that you just came through. Other than that, this room is empty.
So there's 2 on the north and the south wall each.
Sorry?
2 doors on the north and the south wall each.
Correct.
I'm just drawing
So I'll
that.
give you a little sort of pan through the room. There are the 2 doors there.
Is there any sign of spore activity
There is not any sign. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. What you
gold
see
dust
is this sort of golden dust is spread pretty much evenly around the room. And this is obviously a room that they pass through a lot, and so it's gotten spread out through the whole area rather than indicating any particular one of the doors.
Now, is it spread out around the edge and leaving the terracotta lions alone?
Pretty much, but there is some on the terracotta lions when you look. So it doesn't, in other words, it doesn't look like they were in terror avoiding the terracotta lions. They were walking pretty close.
I'd like to approach the lions.
Okay. So you're looking at the lions. What do you do?
I would like to look inside their mouths, which appear to be open.
Somebody watched the first couple of episodes. Of
That's right. So you're
Minstrels of Jordoba.
You're going to take a look inside the mouths, and in each case, you do not see anything unusual. There are none of them with a hollow spot.
Are they attached together?
Hang on, let me tell Zach. Zach was not aware that we had a game, so... Hey, Zach's here!
Hey.
All right.
Hello, Zach.
Zach, in all of the time we've been playing, which is about an hour, we've gotten freaking nowhere. They've just walked into basically the first room of the dungeon. So, and we're going to take a 5-minute break. So if you rush to the computer, you can, get your cup of coffee or something like that, and we'll be back right on the hour.
Yeah, I just didn't get the ping, so I didn't know.
You know what? I didn't. I sent a Skype invite to everybody on a call, but I will remember to give people more warning ahead of time.
I have it. I don't just have it up, so I don't. It doesn't. Ping.
Right.
Anyway.
So
yeah.
All right.
I will see you soon.
All right. So 5 minutes, everyone.
Well, we got our wine in advance, so we're all good. Oh, that's our map.
That's our map as it stands so far.
Fancy.
You can
This is
tell
what
how
you
far
missed
into the
out.
dungeon we've got.
A fork facing a box.
We are facing a box.
Yeah.
It has a lion fountain in it.
Was that?
It has a lion fountain in it.
There's 4 terracotta lions.
You know what? Each one of those things does some spiffy thing, I bet.
Probably. That's a safe assumption.
Some kind of spooky north, south, east, west.
Puzzle,
there.
trap, I'm sure, but I don't know.
Because, why else would you go to all the trouble to, build them?
Maybe someone just likes terracotta lions. I don't know.
Maybe this is the thing. Okay, so what you missed is we're down here looking for a bagpipe player
Of course.
who might have written the Song of Muriel or whatever. But he has been kidnapped by mushroom people.
Of course.
The reward is 100 gold pieces.
Cool.
Which is
But we have to
sizable.
find him within 5 days because he's a bagpiper and they don't care that much.
But what happens after 5 days? Does he turn back into a pumpkin?
No, they declare him good riddance, and they say they can they can say they've made their best effort without having to pay out 100 gold for his rescue.
I see. So, typical bagpipe mushroom retrieval situation, really.
Well, it is just a regular everyday happenstance kind of thing.
Zach, are you going to GaryCon too?
Am I going to Garyton?
Yeah, everybody else is.
I am not, but my friend Satine is going. So, anything that, if anyone has gifts and they'd like to lavish upon, give them to her, and she'll convey them to me. That was why you were asking, right?
No, I was just asking because everybody else is literally going besides us. So.
Oh, wow, we've got 7 people watching now. We picked up
Skeeter. That's
Oh,
like 2 people's worth of personality.
Well, it's 2 people's worth of personality, but it doesn't count because all he's watching for is to see whether he gets advantage on his adventure.
Oh,
So-
I think he wants to watch us eat these mushroom people too. Which
We're at 1 Skeeter unit worth of people right now.
Yep. Okay, so Zach, Albrecht has been busy. He's been practicing his dwarven stealth skills, and everybody else got summoned over to the Minstrels Guild. You had a drink over at the building across from the Minstrels Guild while you were waiting for them. They came back out. They went after like an incredible amount of discussion about various things. They finally headed out for some reason toward the dungeons under the Old City of Jordoba, which is a large sort of hill area directly next to the city. It used to be a part of the city that was dominated by evil magic users, technomancers, necromancers, so on and so forth, up until the point when there was divine retribution and the whole thing was buried and turned into rocks of various kinds, and there was divine retribution magic going through it, and that sort of kicked off a domino effect of all kind of necromancy and technological stuff. And so it's a very weird area that people don't normally go into the tunnels underneath it. Your associates, however, for some reason, went up to a tunnel, and they started... it went about 20 feet in, and then there was a four-way intersection. Kurzim started looking one direction, and everybody else started looking the other direction. So using your dwarven stealthy skills and rolling a series of 20s, you zipped your way through into the room up ahead, where there are 4 terracotta lions, which is what you're seeing right now. You checked out the terracotta lions while they were discussing which way to go. They're talking about some sort of mushroom spores for some reason. You checked the terracotta lions, discovered that one of them has a trapdoor leading into the lion underneath. So you went inside, which is generally the sort of thing that you do. And there is a little clay hatchway that allows you to open and close the mouth of the terracotta lion that you are inside. All right, so that's where we are right now. You can hear people moving around outside the terracotta lions. Alla, you don't have to have you don't have to have your microphone on mute every time you laugh, because everybody loves a laugh track. So you know.
No, I'd like to keep my laugh silent while you're doing your monologues because I know what's going on, and I'm just stifling the urge to laugh out loud. So
everyone is free to laugh out loud. Okay, so in various order, let me go find Albrecht's mini. But so y'all are looking at the terracotta lions, and Drak the Bard has checked all of them and discovered that their mouths are closed. Albrecht, you had the hatch closed at that moment, and then you reopened it once he went by. And so, what do you guys do? Let me start with the people who are outside the terracotta lions. Ian, what do you do?
I'm going to move to the first door to the north. Cool.
Okay.
Oh, you should probably cast that spell again to get rid of all this dust. Yes.
Okay, so Kurzim goes over here, and he's looking at the door to the north. What are you going to do?
I will listen.
Okay, you go up to the door. You're listening at the door. Let me find my 20-sided die. What's your perception?
3.
You hear nothing.
More mushrooms behind this one.
Roll that D20 with your 3.
All right, so that's what you were doing. Gabe, what is Drak the... No, Drak the Bard's already checking the lions. So Petunia Plum, what do you do?
Oh, Petunia's going to keep her distance from all this spores, not spores on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep an eye out for things.
Can you close the door behind us?
Oh, that's asking a lot, dearie, but I can do that for you if you like. She does that, yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, is everybody in this room?
Yes.
Everybody is in the room, okay. So, Petunia, closes the door behind you. Right now, you are looking toward the west.
Yep.
Ian is looking toward the north.
Yeah, as she closes the door, I'm going to use the lion's mouth to go, "Close not the door."
Drac is going to jump about 30 feet out of his skin.
Okay.
The lion just talked.
The bard.
Oh God! Why did we come here? Well, that's not the right accent.
All right. So it is the northward pointing. Am I off mute? It is the northward pointing one. Hang on, my phone's ringing. So yeah, the northward pointing lion, which on your screen is going to be the leftward one, is speaking in this sort of echoing voice, warning you not to close the door.
I mean, since I've traveled with him, do I recognize it as being suitably Albrecht-y?
No, totally not, because it's echoing inside the terracotta lion when he's talking.
Which door?
The door that the old woman was about to close. That one.
Drax stumbles back at this and kind of draws his long sword. I think it's this one that's talking.
Okay, so you're moving. You're moving
Should I
here.
shoot it with like a magic missile or something?
Lion, have you seen any mushroom men?
Clearly, you are inexperienced in this place. I will vomit up a great warrior to aid you. Obey him at all times.
Jack stumbles back at this. I don't want to get vomited on, especially not going to the warrior.
Okay, so Drac backs up.
And I
just like this.
All right, so instead of vomiting it out, Albrecht sort of falls out of the bottom of the lion, and so he's here.
Muriel has blessed us with a great warrior. His morning star.
How did I get here?
Is it behind the dwarf?
Do the rest of them have dwarves in them? Should we check?
We could only be so lucky.
Yes, let us check them all for dwarves.
Wait, how did you...
I mean,
I don't even
yes,
know.
let us check them all for dwarves.
Oh, I have so many questions, but no. There
was a great shining light, and a gold lion took me from my slumber, deposited me here, saying, "You are needed, my son."
All right, so I'll check that first door to the north for traps.
Okay. So you go over, you check the first door to the north?
Yep.
All right.
And to see if it's locked.
It's not locked. You're able to see that directly without any problems. Perception is +3. You don't hear anything.
All right, let's go this way. I'll open the door.
Well, Drax got this to kind of go to the far door just because, but I'd rather stick with my hardy, stout friends. So I will join him over by that door.
Okay.
And I assume our new marching order is us behind the dwarves.
As it should be.
I, for one, like this plan very much.
Well, that way you can see over us.
Also, I didn't close the door because the lion said we shouldn't. So, we're just gonna keep on going forward then.
That was me. It was a joke.
A good one.
I close the door and I get next to whoever's opening the next door so that they have to fight me.
All right.
I suspect this will hit a hallway. If Albrecht's lessons in architecture taught me anything.
Oh boy, you're basing things
good.
on Albrecht's lessons in architecture. Really, you know, when you were originally adventuring with Albrecht, you sort of learned that might not be the best idea.
Well, I worked with him before, so I was the stonemason, so he would say crazy shit, and I would actually make it into something.
All right, so you open the door. Sorry. Camera cables.
Ah.
A lot of fun to work with. Okay.
I will attack the camera cables.
All right. So
I'm back.
Oh, it's the snake!
you open the door, and so now you're looking into a 20 by 20 room. There is one door leading out toward the west, and you are facing to the north right at the moment. So here is the door that you're looking at.
That way to the hallway.
Yeah, I would agree.
Now, you notice that there is considerably less of that yellow sort of spore dust on the ground in this room than there was in the large room.
All right, so let's head back south.
Yep.
Okay.
So the idea is we're following the spore dust.
Oh yeah, forgot to tell you, we're looking for a fat cleric who plays the bagpipes. He sounds really good, really good.
He shreds it.
He's the one who.
I think he's he wrote a ballad about Muriel.
Yeah, he's the one who sings the song about my saint, that dwarven saint I was telling you about.
Muriel.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
As Curzon turns around, something that he had not perceived in the room suddenly sort of coils around your leg, and it bites at you before you have a chance, in this case, to roll an initiative.
Oh boy.
And so...
The cable snake strikes again.
I believe I said I attacked the cables.
What is your armor class? Oh man, are we having problems again? No, okay.
18.
18, okay. It gets exactly what it needs to hit you. You take 4 hit points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Quite susceptible to piercing and bludgeoning damage. Ooh, I have a natural 20 on that saving throw. So,
all right.
Constitution 22.
Okay.
Dang.
So you do not take any poison damage. When you look down, for a moment you think it's a snake. It's this black thing that's about, I don't know, a foot long, and actually it's bigger than that. It's about 4 feet long, and it's coiled itself around your leg. It's black and shiny, but it has an orange head with 2 nasty-looking mandibles that right now are sunken right behind your knee, where there is some leather that would allow you to flex and move, and it's managed to punch the mandibles right through that and into your leg. It has lots and lots and lots of little jointed legs all the way down each side.
I yell, quick, get it, I've immobilized it.
All right, so it's immobilized, and in a sense, and so go ahead and everybody roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely the best.
Who had the 20?
That's Drac, Gabe.
Okay, go ahead and attack if you want to.
Okay, yeah. Drac is
A halberd. Give him a halberd to the back of the knee.
Oh, I don't have one of those, but I'll use my sword instead. I've got my longsword and attack him two-handed with it.
Okay.
The centipede, not the dwarf.
All right, and you are accurate in terms of what it is. So here is Albrecht, who's the only person who's actually in the room. He's got a centipede attached to his leg.
Wait, that's not me.
Not Albrecht. I'm sorry, Curzon.
I rolled a total of a 7 on that attack, so perhaps not.
No, it's got a better armor class than that. So,
but I did it with lots of gusto.
Yeah,
Such a dwarf bigot, though. All dwarves look alike to you guys.
Speaking of gusto, I'm going to give a point of inspiration as bonus action. Not inspiration, but bardic inspiration to Albrecht. Albrecht!
Wait, you probably mean Curzon.
No, I mean Albrecht.
Okay.
They can't tell dwarves apart. Jesus.
Albrecht with his axe be the architect of this thing's demise.
His Morningstar named axe.
Yeah, it is.
That's right. That's right.
The Morningstar named axe. All right, go ahead and roll. No, not yet. Right.
Yep.
Okay, so Albrecht, you're getting.
I believe it's a D6
when you want to use it. So the that was in 20. Anybody else in 20? Anybody in 19?
I got a 21. I got a 19 on the die plus 2. So
okay, go ahead and what are you going to do? You've got move plus action.
So inspired by this music, I will strike the serpent. Okay, so okay. That's a 16 to hit.
Okay, that's going to be a hit.
For 8 damage.
Okay, so you use the Morningstar. I mean, the first thing you do is you move forward, you jam your boot in between the centipede and Kurzum's leg, flip it over about 4 feet, and then you smash it with the Morningstar, and it explodes into kind of shell and ichor. It's all over your Morningstar and Kurzum, and it is clearly very, very dead.
Well done, brother.
That's teamwork.
Somebody log that in as 50 experience points.
Fired.
Our usual plan of me letting it bite me so you can hit it has worked again.
Indeed, the old centipede shuffle.
That has been something that the two of you guys have had happen to you a few times. Okay, so once again, there's less of the golden spore stuff in this room, virtually none in front of this door. What do you do?
Goes south.
Shall we keep checking the room sort of around the big room, or the doors around the big room?
I suspect it's to the east, but
I kind of think so too. But do you want to check the other one on the north, just to be certain?
Sure.
We never know what we can find here anyway.
I will search the other north door for traps as well.
We have been told that they've been looting things. Perhaps we can avail ourselves to some of their ill-gotten gains.
Drac,
I mean,
can you do
return
any
it,
light
you
healing
know.
on me?
Yeah, I can do that. How bad off for you? I guess we don't have that many hit points. I will just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, first level is hard.
It is going to be a D8 plus 3.
Yeah. Brutal.
So you get 10 hit points back. Might have been a little bit excessive.
It feels so good.
Super
Muriel
good
just,
right now.
Muriel just came down from the heavens and just like embraced you, and it was
I
magical.
think it gave me a nosebleed.
Yes.
It was that kind of an embrace.
That wasn't the holy healing. That was the power of soul. Like soul music.
Hurdy-gurdy solo.
Soul music. All right. So you're looking at this is the other door on the north wall. Is that? Sorry
yeah,
about my.
I think
sorry about
that's
my
the
dog.
objective.
Is that's the one that you guys are going to work with next?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a quick once over for traps and such, and then let one of the dwarves open it because I'm a.
I will give him guidance for that to give him an extra D4.
I don't know why I rolled. It's not my thing.
All right. So you don't have any sort of proficiency that would help you with that, right?
Well, I've got perception, and I'm proficient with thieves' tools. I don't know if there's a specific trap finding skill like there is in this edition.
It would be perception.
My perception is plus 3.
Okay.
And I'm giving him an extra D4 on that too with a cantrip.
Okay.
Oh, pupper.
So I don't know what's got my dog so riled up, but okay. So you've got that, and you discover that there is a stone at the top of the arch, which appears to be kind of loose and is connected by a very, very slender wire that leads down the side of the door and then appears to sort of disappear right where the door latch would probably be.
Well, I take a good step back from the door. Albrecht, this looks like something your people might know something about. This is a stony trap thing.
Well, can we
Leading from the arch to the handle?
What?
Yeah, it's like a wire. Well, it's a loose rock up at the top of the door. And then from sort of behind that loose rock, there's a wire that leads down the side of the door. And then it disappears behind the door right next to the latch.
It's like one of those prank things where you put the bucket on side of the door and then the door opens and the bucket falls, except instead of bucket, it's a bunch of rocks.
Does anyone have the talent of ascending sheer surfaces? Well, as you can see,
pretty bold talent to have.
What, the talent of what?
cannot reach.
I'll kneel down in the door in front of you so you can stand on my back.
Oh,
I'm gonna climb up to where the loose stone is. And,
Okay, so you're climbing up on Curzum's back toward the loose stone at the top.
and I'm holding on to the side there, because and I'm gonna look closely at the rock where the wire comes out of.
Okay, that the rock that the wire comes out of is the loose one. Other than that, it appears to be pretty much a normal rock, really big rock. It's the keystone of the arch.
So it's the dead center. If I shine a light in the gap between the wire and the rock, do I see anything?
You're able to see, looking in the crack, that there's a little. It looks like there's been an iron ring driven into the rock, and that iron ring is wrapped around a tiny little gear, and then the wire proceeds down around the edge where you can see it, and then it it disappears behind the door near the latch.
is it the sort of thing that I could disable with my thieves' tools?
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly the sort of thing you could get in there and screw around with that wire.
Well, I'm going to get in there and screw around with that wire if that's okay with Albrecht.
I'm going to back up.
All right, so you get off of Curzum's back, and Drac steps up on Curzum's back.
Yeah.
What?
Well, you're going to move?
Look, it's okay for dwarves and not for...
I'll give him guidance on that too. By Muriel's blessing, you'll find a fix to this.
And do you want me to roll this, or do you want to roll this one?
You know what? You can go ahead and roll this one.
Okay.
So add an extra D4, Gabe.
Well, with the D4 and my proficiency, we've got a total of 12.
I was like, that doesn't sound very enthusiastic.
No,
Oh, boy.
no, not particularly. But that's how dice roll sometimes.
Oh boy. Rocks fall, you die.
Okay, so
God, the rocks fell.
somewhere in there are Curzum and Drac. Now, Albrecht did back up. So Albrecht is up here and in a perfect condition to evaluate the architecture. And, there is let's see, I've only got him, so let me pull.
Can I exposition a kind of forlorn chord coming from beneath the pile? It's my rock music.
Rock
Excellent.
music, excellent. So now we've had soul music and rock music.
Thank goodness I had a humanoid to block the rocks and save me.
So, Albrecht, I need you to roll 3. Well, actually, here's what's going to happen. Drac, you were at the top, so I need you to roll 2d6 of damage.
I can do that.
Actually, I guess I can do this. So let me get 6-siders. All right, here we go. All right, you have taken 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And if you're still alive, you're trapped underneath the rockfall.
I'm definitely unconscious beneath the rockfall.
Okay.
Anybody else knows.
Now, because Curzon was underneath, you're going to take
Shield.
you're going to take 3d6 of damage because Drac is going to be smushing you further down.
He didn't shield me from that though. I mean, common dwarven collapses are that you're shielded by the guy above you.
Is that what Albrecht told you?
That is what Albrecht told me.
God damn
No,
it.
wait.
I do have relentless endurance, so
Hey.
instead of going to 0, I go to 1, just this once.
All right.
Oh, half works.
Yep, I forgot to use it last time.
So that's 5 and 3 is 8. You take 8 points of damage, Curzon.
I am down.
All right. And are you at 0 or below? So you're going to be making death saves?
I will be attempting to make death saves.
All right. That's a good point in terms of distinctions. So the two of them.
It's 5th edition though. I can't die.
Right. So the
You
two of
say
them.
that, but I rolled like a natural 1 and then like a 8 or something on my death
We
save.
had a pretty horrible string of
Yeah, it was awful.
of rolls. In the game.
All right. So right now, Albrecht and Petunia are just sort of looking in horror at what's happened. Tell me what you do.
Should we? I
Yes,
did
you
dig them out.
Yes, this is an example. I think either deconstructionism or realism. Not sure which style of architecture we're looking at. But I do believe moving the rocks aside should reveal valuables belonging to our former companions, which we can then bring back.
You do make an excellent point, Mr. Albrecht.
Let me see if I. So I think timer. Depending on the size of the rocks, I could leverage one or the other of them to get out. Also, I got a bunch of ball bearings, so I'll scatter them on the floor. So as I move the rocks aside, I can roll them away across the floor.
This can only end well.
Okay. I was going to say that it's going to take you 5 rounds to clear the rocks out of the way. We're going to drop that to 3 because that actually will. I mean, for a while, you'll be able to pull rocks onto the ball bearings and then skitter them away. After a while, there's just going to be ball bearings throughout the room. But so you got 3 rounds to get them out. Round number 1, death save for Ian.
I have a 2.
That's going to be a fail.
The Terragram ball remover.
All right, Drac, you are entirely immobilized. Anything that you want to do?
I was going to say, do I have the ability to do the somatic motions for cure light wounds?
He is touching me.
Yeah.
No, you don't have the ability to do somatic, but anything that you can do with your voice alone, you can do.
I could do vicious mockery, but I don't think that'll help here.
At least say
Monsters.
reassuring things in my ear.
I'd be like,
It's okay.
Curzon. I don't think I worked the trap right. Curzon, are you there? Can you hear me, cousin? That's it. I got nothing else.
I think my butter's melting.
Well, it's squished.
Oh, you're never gonna eat those mushroom people.
Oh, I am.
This is that
Don't
bad.
kill the dream.
That's it for me.
That's right. Keep his morale up. All right. So that is Albrecht is rapidly working on a deconstructive approach to the architecture that's in front of him. He's spent 1 round at it. He is now beginning to spend round number 2. So Ian, let's have a death save.
17.
Nice.
Okay, so you're busy hanging in there. Have you figured out anything verbal that you can do there, Gabe?
Curzon, I believe in you. Stay with me, buddy.
Is my leg feel greasy? Is that butter?
Oh God, is this slug slime? I thought we got all that off.
Now,
blood. You never know.
Now, Petunia, are you doing anything in here with your strength? I don't think you're going to be very much help in terms of helping Albrecht move rocks, but you could do that, or if you have any other resources that you can think of.
Her strength is actually a 12. It's her constitution that's terrible.
Oh, okay.
So she can help a little bit. She does so begrudgingly, but she knows there's stuff underneath, and she's a horrible person. So
okay, that will mean
help out here.
So if you've been doing that, then yeah, you're able to. You're now pulling out all of the rocks, and you're able to pull out first Drac. You can't get to Curzon in this round because Drac is on top of him. So you pull out Drac. Now, Ian, make another death save.
Another 17.
Okay, so you're hanging in there. In the next round, they're able to pull you out. So now both of you guys are out of the rock fall.
I thought you said they'd be dead.
Well, in my experience, clergymen and bards are not the most structurally sound, but I suppose
neither was that door gem.
You made it. How wonderful. Let's get you all patched up then.
You can do that?
No, I cannot.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm healing the cleric, because I think the cleric might be able to do more good than you can.
Ian, make a death save.
2.
Ooh.
All right, that's 2 fails,
2?
right?
I'm going
2
to heal
and 2.
him. I'm going to heal him now. And that is for 9 points of healing. And that was my other spell for today.
Okay, so you are up. Now, I think you're in the wounded condition at this point, right?
Me? Or?
Curzon. Can't remember how that works.
I think he just comes
So
back.
we're gonna skip. We're gonna go ahead and skip that in the interest of keeping going and me not having to look up a rule. So we're just going to say that instead of being in a wounded condition, he's just temporarily. Both of you are just temporarily really ugly.
Yeah. If only it was temporary.
Say, how's that much different from their regular times?
More rock dust in the hair and everything.
Oh, burn!
Just dust. So maybe not that door then.
And is there? Did the doorway itself? Yeah, the doorway is just gone. Okay.
Is there anything else on the other side of the door once it collapses?
Pain, suffering.
Well, you can assume, given object permanence, that it might still be there, but you don't know for sure.
No, but I mean, if the ceiling fell in, did it reveal? It was just a seal that fell.
Like, is there anything above where all the rocks fell out of?
Yeah, more rocks.
Behind it.
Behind it, there's a sort of a dwarf and bard-shaped hollow.
I think we'd probably have to clear a lot of rocks if we want to get in there at this point.
And I've already broken a sweat clearing all this rubble to get you out heroically. So why
Is that
don't
sweat? Because it just smells like formaldehyde.
Yeah, it's more or less the same thing at this age. That's
Well,
just
maybe
not going.
I will heal the Trek.
Oh, thank you.
Guess.
What?
4. 9.
Okay, I feel better. I guess we continue checking doors, maybe a little bit more carefully. My bad, guys. Sorry.
Next time I'll take care of that.
Okay. East door?
Okay, so you're going to move on and take a look at the east door. That's going to be this door here. What do you do with it?
We're going to look for collapsing ceilings.
All right, you check for collapsing ceilings.
I help check.
Let me see where are my dice. Okay, here we go. You're not seeing anything that you think might be unusual about this door.
I am also going to look.
Okay, you can do that.
Barrel dice.
You don't see anything unusual about it. Oh, sorry, I was on mute when I rolled the dice.
Is it a pull door or a push door?
It's
Yes.
a push. It's a push door.
Oh,
Could
I got this then. Does it have a latch or it just pushes open?
It it has a latch. But it is once you activate, flip the latch, then it would open inward.
So I'll lift up the latch and jam some wax underneath so it stays up.
Okay.
And then I will back up and throw my shovel at it.
Okay, that's novel.
So I'll back up like 10 feet and then...
All right, the shovel hits the door, and it nothing catastrophic appears to happen when you do that. I'm assuming you were checking for traps rather than trying to actually get the door opened with a shovel.
Sure.
Why not both?
All right.
Yeah, you never know.
Guess...
You might get a twofer out of that. I don't know.
Well, it looks pretty safe, I guess.
All right, I guess. Albrecht, should we open it?
Because one of us should open it.
Yes, one of you strapping young men should definitely go forward.
I will put my shovel away.
Okay.
Take out my warhammer, and I'm going to throw it open so Albrecht can go first, and I will follow him right in.
All right.
Okay.
We call this the pop and waddle.
It's good to have a name for maneuvers like that, because then you can just be like, Albrecht, pop and waddle. Okay, so you. Let me just finish setting up these walls here. Okay, so the door. You open the door, and you're looking into a corridor that goes for 30 feet, and then it sort of breaks off, one of them going to the northeast and the other one going to the southeast.
About how wide is the passageway? Is that as wide as it looks? Like 30 feet wide?
What, the corridor? The corridor is actually only 10 feet wide.
Like
part of the thing is we have a slightly odd floor scale, because if things were any narrower, I wouldn't be able to move the camera through it. So that's part of the reason for that.
I'm looking out at this. I'm going to look at the flagstones and see if they look maybe shady.
Do you see any more of that dust everywhere?
You do see that there is a fairly large quantity of the yellow dust going down this corridor.
Albrecht, let's go to the junction and take a peek. And I will start moving to the junction.
I'm going to walk along the wall.
And I will follow
rather than right.
Sword at the ready.
Which wall are you walking down, Albrecht?
Left wall.
Okay.
I'll go down the right wall then.
All right. So this is the Albrecht cam, and he's moving forward.
I'm glad I got him that GoPro for Christmas.
You reach.
Ah,
You
it
reach
brings
the
me up the
junction. Looking over toward the northeast, you see that the corridor goes for just slightly more than 10 feet, and then it turns to go directly toward the north.
Exciting. And what other side?
All right, so you check down the other side. This one, once again, makes a sort of a symmetrical pattern, and it goes 10 feet toward the southeast, and then it turns directly to the south.
What kind of spore activity do we spot?
All right, the north-facing corridor has absolutely none whatsoever. The south-facing corridor actually has an increasing quantity of it.
I hear mushrooms this way.
I follow.
Yep.
Oh, with
Maintain formation.
nod.
Sorry?
So we head south.
All right, so you're able to see. Sorry about that.
Oh, another avalanche?
Sudden rock fall there. No.
Oh no, we
It's
die.
PTSD. I'm having flashbacks.
You're able to see the corridor goes further than you're actually able to see with your infravision and so on and so forth, but you are able to see, once you get down this direction, that there is a door in the west wall.
I will listen at the door.
About how far down is that door? Just for
The door is in the first 10-foot block after the 45-degree angle turn.
Okay.
All right, your perception's +3, right, Ian?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll look around the edges, look for the wires, look for a loose brick. I didn't
All right.
see.
You don't see anything of that nature, but you do notice that this door appears to have been used recently.
I will touch it on the wood with Muriel's finger,
Okay, that didn't do anything.
and I will say, I sense activity through here recently.
well, if you say so.
Let's go in.
Right, but you're going first, right? Oh, that's the wrong accent. Shit. Hold on, let me I gotta get my accent back.
You're suddenly channeling Drac
I'm
there.
I'm suddenly channeling French.
Well, Drac is actually diseased, so eventually all of us will catch that and talk like that.
On peut parler français. Moi, je peux comprendre.
So
Je peux
as long as
comprendre.
and this door doesn't appear locked.
Ce n'est pas très très mauvais. L'autrement, c'est
God damn
c'est
it!
comme ça.
Allah can follow you into any language you start talking. Apparently,
Yeah, it's a problem I have. But it also makes it really difficult to do accents consistently because I just start parroting accents all over the place. But British, all right. Yes.
yeah, I can.
Go on ahead. Tea, crumpets, perfect.
I can do a British accent because I was actually, my parents are English, but I have to listen to somebody English talking for about 20 minutes before it kicks in. And before that, if I try doing it, it's like Dick Van Dyke's Cockney accent.
Yeah, mine varies between Scottish and like London English and then Cockney, I think, but it's just a hot mess. But
Yeah, that's kind of what mine is. It's like once it's actually, sort of geared into authenticity, it's still doesn't actually sound like anywhere in England. It sort of, moves in between London and I think Cumberland is the other thing that gets in there, which is like a really weird mix too.
Well, I'll follow up the rear if you strapping young men want to go first.
Does the door appear locked?
Okay, so actually, yes, one of the strapping young men, being the dwarf, is up here next to here. No, it does not appear to be locked. What do you do?
Albrecht, ready?
Yeah, sure.
We will once again pop and waddle this door.
All right, remind me again what the pop and waddle maneuver is.
I throw it. He steps in and right. I step in and forward. Maybe.
Indeed.
Okay.
Classic maneuver. Open the door. Then move through the door.
Go forward.
Weapons ready.
Open the door. Weapons ready.
The tale is old as
This topic has starved my people since the Hobgoblin Wars. Hobgoblins always behind doors.
Okay, so you are looking into the room. It's got, the 45-degree angle. There's another 45-degree angle looking this direction. There are 3 doors leading out of the room, 2 of them being in the west wall and then the other one being in the southern wall. Now, the inside of this room clearly looks occupied, although there is nobody in it. But it does appear that, for one thing, there are large quantities of what appears to be chewed up grass and something that definitely smells like poop directly across from the camera where it's looking right now. So this wall that you're looking at with the camera not really turned up right. There we go. Okay, so this wall right here in between the 2 doors is the one that's got the pile of the grass and the dung. What do you do?
Yeah, we'll start to go in, and I will listen starting at the door to the north.
Actually,
are there any spores?
There is not actually a door to the north.
Well, the northernmost door, the western door that's on the north.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you move up. There you are. You're going to be listening at that door. Perception is +3. Okay. You are able to hear what appear to be 2 different voices talking to each other.
So I'll hold up 2 fingers and point to the door and then put a finger to my lips, everybody.
All right, they are...
I will whisper to Petunia and Drac that this is the dwarven symbol for 2.
Okay.
And then I would like to... How big is the pile of crap?
It's about 3 feet tall and 6 feet across.
Okay, so I can get a shovelful without hitting the ground?
Yes.
I would like to get some shovelfuls and then place them in front of the door.
Okay.
Until I have a good foot size pile, foot tall pile.
Now
okay. So
whisper to Petunia and Drac, the Stroheim technique.
All right, so are you going to teach them the Stroheim technique?
I am.
They're viewing it.
Okay. All right, so you guys are observing the dwarven Stroheim technique.
I will undo my animal trap.
All right.
And I will slide it across the floor into the poop.
Okay, so now you have a foot-tall pile of poop with an animal trap underneath it.
Yeah, so we'll obscure it. And then I will place myself to the side of the door.
Which side, left or right?
To the other side.
All right.
And then motion for Albrecht to move up, outside of the poop range.
Okay, so Albrecht moves up just outside of the poop range.
And motion for our bard and our wizard to come in.
All right, the bard and the wizard move into the room. At least
I don't.
The poop range.
Yeah, Drac tries to avoid stepping in as much feces as possible. But
Yeah.
I don't
The
want to be
flaming-
visible from the if you open the door. I don't want to be right there. I want to be around the corner.
I have something.
Okay, so
No.
Albrecht is moving back around the corner. There's not really a corner on the other side of the door because it's so close to the
Well,
wall.
I mean, there's a line. There's a door, and then you can be to the left of the door, right?
Yeah. I mean, so you can be all right. So what you're saying is that you want to be flush up against the wall. I misunderstood. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
against
this were
the wall.
outdoors,
All right. Now, Petunia and Drac, are you guys in the room? There was some objection.
Well, I'm in the room, but I'm going to go around sort of to the left side of the screen as it is, so sort of behind Curzon. But I also want to cast Minor Illusion on Albrecht.
Okay.
To make a little vaguely dwarf-shaped stone facade over him, so that he can still see, but that he blends in with the wall.
Whoa.
Okay. So you're gonna
Advanced
give him
Stroheim.
a sort of a camouflage effect.
Yeah, I'm just giving him a minor illusion camouflage, so he looks like part of the wall.
All right. What do you do? Petunia, do you have any prep going on here?
Really just avoiding the detritus on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah. And just being ready if there's going to be any trouble. She's got magic, but otherwise, yeah, she's not familiar with these dwarven techniques.
Well,
All
the Stroberg technique has the advantage of being fairly quiet. And now I'm taking it that you guys are working on being quiet because there was the mention, of not using the shovel so that it would scrape the floor and everything.
Yes.
However,
Silent Stroheim.
you guys will in general need to let me know when you're trying to be quiet.
This is a silent Stroheim. If we were outdoors, it would be a flaming Stroheim. And I will knock at the door with my warhammer. I'll do shaving a haircut on the door.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The door opens, and two mushroom people are sort of standing in the door, and they look completely taken by surprise at the fact that you guys are not mushroom men. They're just kind of standing there, pretty much gobsmacked at the whole situation.
Did one of them enter my Stroheim trap?
Nobody has entered the Stroheim trap yet because they clearly thought you were somebody that they knew. And so they just opened the door.
So I will sacred flame one of them immediately.
You are right there in melee range with them.
Oh, I can actually hit him. Then I will smack him.
Okay. Roll the hit.
All right, 16 on the die plus. I have a 17 to hit.
Hit.
D8 minus my strength is 5.
Okay. So one of them is damaged.
And then I will shift back away, so they have to enter my shit trap to get in.
Okay.
Clever ruse.
Well, the Stroheim technique, is well known as a.
It's very
It's a shitty
effective
maneuver.
against goblins. It's a shitty. Usually we have to bring this crap with us, so.
There's one of the reasons is sometimes dwarves are not allowed in caravans with other people. How much did you do?
5.
5. Okay.
If I wasn't a weakling, it would have been 6. my strength is 8. That old lady could overpower me.
I think she could. She's got strength of 12. You're lucky that she doesn't.
Will, really.
You're lucky that she doesn't want to go to the effort of actually arm wrestling with you, or you could end up really embarrassed. All right, so
Lazy super common.
now you have.
He's hidden with the illusion.
If you're going to step out, of combat, they're getting an opportunity to attack unless you use disengage, and you've already.
Well, I only want to. Okay, so I'll stay in then. I figured you could like slip away if I only moved a little bit.
No.
No, you can do that, but you have to not attack. It's called a disengage action. So, but just in terms of reality, it's like you can't attack and then retreat in the same round, which makes sense. Albrecht, what do you do?
I'm gonna not do anything this round, and let them charge forward at him or at them, because I'm still hidden. But I will, if you can take a round to aim, I will do that, because I'm still behind the illusion, and I assume that next round they will walk right into a trap.
All right, how does the aiming work? Or is that?
I don't know. I know in some versions of the game you spend a round doing nothing and you get like a +1, but I don't know if that's actually an action in 5e.
I don't think.
I leave it in your case.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work in melee combat. That might be something that we decide to do with ranged combat. That would make sense.
Okay.
But what is happening?
But he can like ready that.
They are not seeing Albrecht, and so the two of them sort of move forward with the intention of attacking Curzum, and your trap, the Stroberg maneuver works. So roll damage for your trap, and then
1.
he takes right. It's 1, and then they're disadvantaged for the next action, right?
I think they're immobilized.
Okay, so if he's immobilized, then this one basically is stuck here. He's standing next to you. He hasn't noticed you, so he sort of slowly looks down and begins shaking the foot that's got the trap on it, trying to figure out what this is all about.
And they're humiliated because they're knee deep in shit.
They're mushrooms. They love being knee deep.
Yeah, it's basically just like rolling out of bed.
Different strokes.
They're thankful because they're.
Yeah.
So a third one comes up now, who was inside the room and not even bothering to go and check and see with the opening of the door, since they thought that y'all were somebody that they knew. The one who moves forward and is not affected by the Stroberg maneuver does attack Curzum, but at the sound of the snapping shut of the trap, that sort of distracts him, and he looks over to that side as he is attacking, and so you're able to just basically duck the swinging fist that he had going on. Now we move to Drac. What do you do?
So let's see. I guess Drac is going to come around and brandish his longsword and attack the one that is. We are attacking these guys, right? Yeah, of course we are. There's traps and stuff.
That's the second phase of this.
Sorry, I just had this moment of wait. Are we the awful people here? It doesn't matter. We're attacking these guys. Black is going to take his longsword and move up against beside my dwarf friend and swing mightily into that first one right there. Yes.
All right, roll to hit.
That is a thing that I do. It is 8 + 4 is going to be 12.
Oh, that's a miss.
Too much gusto. A little bit too much gusto.
Is that the right number I've got written down? Hang on a second. I'm not. Yeah, that's the right number. Okay, so you miss.
Yep, but I am going to go ahead and give a little point of inspiration to my hidden wall buddy. You can do it, wall friend.
You just blew his cover.
No, he don't. It could be any wall. Don't worry about it. Now,
All right.
you just blew his cover.
Petunia, what do you
Extra
do?
action.
Petunia is going to make use of all this this manure in the way, and she's going to use firebolt on the one that's stuck in the trap, especially because he's like foot deep in all this waste that we put there.
Yeah, actually, he's foot deep. The other one's foot deep, and Drac is also foot deep.
Well, maybe it is a 15 altogether.
That's a hit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, their armor class is 15. Roll your damage.
It is 6 points of fire damage to the one that's kind of in between Drac and
Albrecht.
Curzim. I
Might
can
be
remember the
the
dwarf names.
That's the one they've been attacking. So you're gonna okay.
Hopefully, the one that's gonna be.
He's not the one in the trap. The other one.
Can I toss some butter as a free action or bonus action?
No,
It all melted.
it's not. It's
Saute
not a
mushroom
free action,
people.
and also it's like sort of pancaked and half melted. So you would have to sort of gather it up. It's all over your pants and everything.
Don't
I've
worry,
got a
I'm
butter.
cooking them
I've
for
got a
you.
butter.
Equally
But it's
butter
mixed
at this
in.
point.
It's mixed in with the centipede ichor. So
Ooh.
Ooh. Is that going to be spicy or dangerous?
Nice
It's a
little
compound
alcohol
butter.
reduction.
It's
All
one
right,
of those
now-
infused
all right,
butters.
hang on. Ala, clarification here because you've described two different ones that you're attacking. This is the one that's in the trap. This is the one that's in between Curzim and
That's
And
recurring.
I'm going for the one that's between Curzim, the one that the wall nearly just crushed.
okay. You shoot him. It blows through his fungus exterior, and he dies and falls back through the doorway.
I've got them all nice and cooked for you. Now you just need to do whatever you want to do.
Well, now we're focusing our blows, which is what we should have been doing before. So
That's right. Roll initiative, everyone.
I'm here to help. Oh dear. $18 here.
I'm on a 15.
Zach, what'd you get?
22.
What?
22.
All right.
Wow.
22 is moving faster than anyone else. Yeah, these guys look like they're really sort of slowed down by the whole thing. So they're going later than everybody in the round. So Albrecht, what do you do?
I go on a
so there's the
5.
guy.
I thought you just said you rolled a 22.
I didn't.
That was
That's
me.
the other dwarf.
That's
Yes.
it. That was Albrecht.
So Albrecht, I can
22
tell dwarves apart.
No, you can't.
Okay, so the remaining mushroom men, there's the one that was not in a trap, the one that was in shit but not in a trap, and then there's one that was in shit and a trap. Which one is dead?
Okay, the one that is dead is the one. Well, actually, let me describe the two living ones. That's easier. The one directly next to you, that's in the front, is the one whose foot is in the trap. The one behind him is completely unharmed. Actually, so is what?
So is
Say again.
the room as long as his friend.
You're breaking up a little bit, Zach. Say it again.
Can the one in the other room get into this room right now?
Yes, he's going to be able to get in as soon as he's able to act.
Okay. Source in here.
I don't know. I assume that Petunia is or Drac is carrying a light source. Somebody had a lantern, right?
I think
I've
Petunia
got
has
a-
Oh, Petunia,
as well.
right. Okay, the light source is Petunia. She cast a light spell on her walking stick.
No flames, though.
Yeah, it's just light.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can I get past the guy who's in the trap and hop over to the guy on the far side?
No, there's not enough room.
Okay.
Clear the way.
And
Because I mean, it
assume
looks like a big open area, but it's really just a door. The two of them, the one is blocking the door. If you were where Curzim was, you might be able to do that, but you've got one right in front of you.
I assume I get advantage, maybe more against the guy who's in the trap.
Well, yeah, he's immobilized, so you attack with advantage.
Okay. Then I will whack at him, rolling a natural 20.
That will really, really do a lot of damage. Roll.
And I double it and then add the bonus.
How do we do critical hits, Gabe?
That's correct. It's you basically roll twice and then add your flat bonuses once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do
So you get 2 dice.
Roll the 1, so that's 5.
Okay. He's not dead, but he is in really, really bad shape. Anybody else? All right. Drac and Petunia. I forget which order you guys, the other three of you were in. Okay, so it's you. What do you do?
The one that's in the trap is going to eat a firebolt, hopefully. Let me see if I roll. 18 to hit.
That's a hit there, AC 15. So you blow him down too. So basically, you've sort of got the sniper action going on behind the Stroberg effect. Maybe you guys need to have a name for that when it's going on. All right.
Flaming Stroberg. Oh, that was the outdoor one.
Drac and Curzim, what order are you guys going in?
I'm on a 5.
And I'm on a 15.
All right, 15.
Okay. You guys seem to be handling it pretty well on your own, but I'll get in there and get some of the glory myself. So I'll kind of step around so that I want to leave a path for Albrecht, and also so I don't step in any traps and as little shit as possible. And I'll go and attack that last one that's there.
Albrecht is stepping in the shit.
We're all stepping in the shit at this point. Let's be
Okay.
real.
I have not stepped in the shit.
No, you have not stepped in the shit, and Petunia has not stepped in the shit, and Albrecht has not. It's really, you know what? It's only Drac.
Well, I kick a little bit of shit towards Curzin as I go. And I swing and I get a natural 20.
There we go.
Nice.
We're gonna start using a fucking dice roller program.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna. No, I know. Go ahead. Roll damage.
It's that one right there. Anyway.
Is that glued down there like that?
Shh, no. There's just a little. And that is, I believe, a D10 because it's two-handed, which will be a total of 7 damage.
That kills it. All of it is dead. Now, Curzim has not acted yet, and that becomes somewhat important because in 6, both of the other 2 doors open.
Is the ones behind Petunia?
So we're over here, and
Oh dear.
2 of them come out of this door, and they see Petunia, and they're going to attack.
No, you really don't want to be doing that. Please don't do that.
And then one comes out of this door, and he's going to move up to Curzim and attack. And then another one comes out of this door. Now, this one looks larger than all of the others that you have seen.
And friendlier?
You can't really tell, but yeah, you probably think he looks friendlier. Okay, so here's what happens. 2 of them...
But
all right. 2 of them attack Petunia. What's your armor class, Petunia?
It's 12. On a good day.
All right.
Yeah. And I've got like 3 hit points. So really like a gentle spring breeze is just going to tip her right over.
That's a hit. And okay, you're hit twice.
Oh boy. Yeah. I might not even be alive after this, guys. Sorry.
And
Wow.
Is it a single hit that's double your con or?
Yeah.
It's a single hit.
Okay. I might just be at 0. Straight 0.
it's not double your con, it's double your maximum hit points.
Yeah. As long as they don't hit for more than 6, I still should be at 0.
How many hit points? Yeah.
I have
3?
3 hit points.
How do you only have to? Oh, I guess you rolled really crappy,
My
huh?
con is a 5.
You have what's your all right? What's
Total
your
hit point?
total maximum hit points, or what?
It's 3.
Maximum.
Your maximum
No,
hit is 3?
That's correct. I am a wizard, and I have 5 Constitution.
So what's your con minus should only be 3.
-3.
Okay,
Oh.
so the two of them bash Petunia's head against the wall, and she falls dead, all the way
Boom.
dead because they did 8 hit points of damage total. Or does that have to be a single hit? That has to be a single hit, right?
It has to be a single hit, yeah.
Okay, so, well, actually, yeah, each one of those hits was 4 hit points.
Damn it.
So instant death is like...
It's hard. Unless you're Petunia.
You'd have to take what your max is, like, plus. So she'd have to do...
You take more than
6
your
in one.
max.
Yeah, 6
it
in
has to
one
be
shot
6
would
in one
kill her.
shot. Yeah.
Which you weren't that far away from.
Yeah, it was really close and tender there for a second.
Hang on, is it double your max?
Yep.
Are you sure? I'm gonna now.
I'm not sure about
See,
that.
here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
5th edition. I have to look in the rule books because that one, it's a good question whether you're dead or not. That's the kind of thing that people ask.
People want to know if they're dead.
Usually.
Instant death. When damage reduces you to 0, and there's damage remaining, you die if the remaining damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum. So the first blow did 4 points of damage, but that only took you down below 0.
Yep.
And then the second hit did 4 points to you when you were already below 0.
That would kill her.
And so the remaining damage on that would equal or exceed your hit point maximum, and therefore you are dead. So that is the end of Petunia.
Well, I mean, on the bright side, she probably didn't have much time left anyway.
She was really on death's door the entire time. It's
She lived her dream. Like,
yeah, she was living the dream.
She didn't die of old age. In an old film.
She died
adventuring.
Dies.
She's going straight to Valhalla. Okay. So now we turn to the events over on this side of the room, in which Curzon is attacked by a single one of the mushroom men. And that single mushroom man rolls a 2. So we're going to just say, without even asking Ian what his armor class is.
I parried.
You parry?
Okay. It's not really.
You whirl to face the threat, and it is now your turn. What do you do?
He looks dexterous to me, so I will strike him with my warhammer.
All right, roll the hit.
Well, attempt to. I've got 14. I've got a 15.
That's a hit.
Ooh, max damage. So 8 minus 1 is 7.
That will do it. They have 7 each. So he dies.
That's my strongest blow. And now I would like to move towards the doorway. Can I fit closer into the doorway there?
Which doorway? The ones that they came out of, or the door that's
no? The door away from them.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. So you move back to there. And then we've got, it's the top of the round. So everybody roll initiative.
Ooh. That's better.
All right. What rolls you got?
15.
I'm on a 17.
Just had to show me up, huh?
Yep.
Zach, what's your initiative?
Taller and faster.
8?
8.
Okay.
8.
One of the dwarves always goes
15
slowly.
goes. 15 goes.
Gabe.
What do you do?
I'm on 17.
Okay.
I'm going to turn around and squish my way through the feces towards the one of the mushrooms that's stealth. I guess the one that Curzon just attacked. No, he killed one. So I guess I'll go towards the one that took down Petunia.
All right, that's this one. Now remember that there is one of them, and it's this one here who is slightly bigger than the others.
I will go around to the other side of it.
I'll take him.
Well, we should focus. Do we want to focus on that?
I'll take him.
Okay, I'm attacking the one that knocked down Petunia anyway. So.
All right, who is next after? Oh, Drac, you're attacking, right? Go ahead and attack.
Yeah. That's probably going to miss because it's a 10.
All right, that's a miss. Who's next? And in what? You had someone in 15, right?
That's me. I'm at 15.
All right, what do you do?
I cast Guiding Bolt at the biggest one.
Okay, effect.
So it's a ranged hit, like a spell hit. So I've got a 15 on the die plus my range of 5, so it's a 20 to hit him.
That's going to be a hit.
And then I do 4d6 damage to him.
Roll.
And then anybody who attacks him after this will have advantage against him. So I do... Ooh, that was pretty good. 10. I do 18 damage.
Okay, so he blows up, basically, and that's the end of him.
Wow.
So there are now 2 of them left in the room, and they are going in... I think it was...
Kneel or be eaten!
In 12. And that beats Zak's 8. So these 2 of them are just going to shift a little bit and attack Drac. Drac, what's your armor class?
Yeah, I believe it is 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is.
You guys need some armor.
I should get a bow.
Going to be bad. What's their damage?
You guys need to be dwarves.
Hardier. There's an underground if you
D6.
that tall.
D6 plus 2. So that one, which is the critical hit, becomes a 6, 7.
Well, at least
8. Okay, 8 points of damage with the first attack.
That drops me.
And does it kill you? How many points do you have?
I'm at 0 now.
Well, what's your max?
7 is my max.
So you okay? All right. So that doesn't kill you.
That won't kill me.
You're now below 0. The second hit does 8 points of damage.
That one kills
That is
me.
more than your max, and that is a second instant kill.
Yep.
I've never heard of such a thing using this edition.
Well, usually people drop at 0 and their DMs won't keep finching them while they're on the ground.
I didn't keep it. Oh,
There's nothing wrong with it. I do it too.
all right. Well, you guys used the Stroberg maneuver. This was just in the general course of attacking. It's not like they waited to see if he dropped. I just rolled the 2 attacks, and the first one took him down, and the second one killed him. But if you guys are going to use the Stroberg maneuver, I'm going to finch people.
You roll 3d6 in order, So
hey, these characters lasted a session and a half longer than I was expecting. So
it was the unlikely heroes. Okay, we're down to the 2 dwarves. Everybody roll initiative, except for the dead people.
get to go. Yeah.
We're just cheering you guys on from the grid.
Yeah, I know you guys. You guys can drink wine and cheer.
Can I roll up my dwarf?
Finch.
Yes.
BRB rolling dwarf.
You guys can get started on those new characters.
Yes.
What have we got, Zach? What's your initiative?
I didn't get a turn last round.
Really? Oh, that's right. You were in 8. What do? They kill Drac.
Okay, they're both in melee with Drac.
Up until the point that he dies.
Yeah,
It's not really melee so much as a curb stop at this point.
What does inspiration do?
It gives a die of. Okay, that's right, because you got inspiration from him. So, what you do is you roll a d20, and then you add You add a roll of 1d6 to the one that you choose to use it on, but then it's gone.
A vial of acid. They're right next to each other, so I want to huck it so it hits them both.
You can do that.
So that is 7, 8, 9, 10. I rolled an 11. Does that hit the floor?
Well, you rolled an 11. Do you want to use the inspiration die on that?
Oh yeah, I was adding the inspiration to that was included in the whole batch. So I got an 11 with all the modifiers.
Okay. Let's see what's going to happen with that. I'm going to roll like a kind of a where did it hit thing. So
Little D8 action.
it's gonna land to where it will damage the one that is on let's see, your left, my right in that one. So this one, rather than me having to deal with a camera that's pointed toward myself. So roll damage for that one.
Is it D8 or D6?
D6.
5 points.
Okay. So that's a solid hit, but he is still up. And that's the end of the round. So now roll initiative.
Oh my god.
It's 2-on-2 dwarven cage match here.
Well, we got this.
All right. What are your initiative rolls?
17.
And
1. I guess it's a 3 technically. But
okay.
No, that's
I rolled
but
a
this
1.
is their strategy. One of us goes slow and one of us goes fast.
This is the
exactly.
the
So
pop
far, kept us alive.
the pop and wobble or whatever it was called. All right, Curzon, you are the first out of the box. What do you do?
That one that he just acided can make a deck save DC 13 or
All right.
be struck by Muriel's Radiance.
He is missed by Muriel's Radiance.
Oh. And
What was the +3? He gets a +3 on his roll.
oh no, so he has the difficulty is 13 with his dex save. So whatever his dex modifier is, D20 plus his dex
Against 13.
Yeah.
Okay, he makes it. He rolled a 15. Okay, that's your action. Then they move forward. And they're going to go for the one-on-one strategy because they're mushrooms and not smart. And they roll an 18 against Curzon and a 5 against Albrecht. That's a miss. So Curzon, you take 4 points of damage.
All right.
That's their move. Albrecht, time for you to save the day.
I smack him. That's most certainly a hit. It's over 20 for 7 points of damage on the one that's hurt.
Okay, that kills the one that is hurt. Now, the one that was hurt was the one that was in front of Curzon. So now there's only the one that was in front of you.
As I hit them, I yell. I go, Drac and that old lady.
All right.
You are avenged.
They are avenged. Top of the round. Roll initiative.
13.
21.
All right. He actually beats your roll. So he attacks Albrecht. Misses dismally, though. His natural 20 on the initiative was not followed through on the attack roll. So. All right. So, Albrecht, what do you do?
An 11 to hit.
Nope.
I have a 17 to hit on mine.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Another 8 minus 1 to
Okay.
7.
Roll initiative.
So 7 damage on him. And
Oh, you hit him.
Yeah.
Okay. How
I
much?
hit it 7 damage.
That takes him down. All right. So that is the last of the slaughter of the mushroom men. It's getting late, so I'm going to summarize what happens at this point. There is a small complex of rooms behind this one, and in it, you first of all find the tied up bagpiper. So you'll be able to bring him back for 100 experience points. You also find, we'll call it just a total of 105 gold pieces, although it is in various types of coinage and little items and so on and so forth that have been pilfered from the city. So you gather up all of the loot. What do you do?
We make the bagpiper carry the bodies,
Okay.
and then we head out of here cautiously.
He is able to carry them because Petunia is so light, and you guys managed to get out of the dungeon, and it's not far to the city of Jordoba. This used to be part of the city of Jordoba, so you go back in through the Crow Gate into the Crow Gate neighborhood, which is where your inn is, and you'll be able to head to the minstrels and collect your reward at the beginning of next adventure. Now,
A solid Stroberg.
An unqualified success, I'd say.
Agreed.
by dwarven measure, 50% casualties is acceptable.
They died in battle.
50% human casualties, and one was a bard.
True. One was a bard.
Play
It's
the bite.
it's not like halflings that don't count at all, you know.
Well,
All right,
Actually,
so these things are worth.
Those are called 2/3lings.
we're
Good
okay with
point,
halflings.
All right. Okay, so these are 50 experience points each. So now the one that was the bigger one was worth 100. So 100, 300. So that's 400 experience points to share for these guys, plus the experience points that you got for killing the centipede.
That was 50 more.
Yep.
So are we splitting that 2 ways or 4 ways?
And you get another 100 experience for the fact that there were so many of them. Although part of that was your fault, but you are still going to get the experience points.
That was a solid technique.
You want to kill you want to let the monsters know you're there.
Yeah.
So
That way they come to us. We don't have to go through all the rooms.
It's yeah.
as many of your companions to die in the fight as possible, so that you double your XP.
That's right.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's dwarven experience right there. That caused
I mean,
that
we
to happen.
learned that we were using the Stroheim technique, and they walked right into it.
We told them exactly what we were doing.
that's right. If they'd only known what the Stroberg technique was.
Yes. Oh Christ.
Yeah, the Stroberg technique has nothing to do with dung or traps. It has to do with the non-dwarves all dying.
Oh.
Done and done.
All right, so the two of you guys split that experience. So you're doing pretty well on the experience front, and we will.
And which you said we're using the first edition fighters chart?
Yes. All right, now, all right, so audience, we will see you guys not next week, but the week after, because I'm going to be at a convention. So thank you for watching. And
if you're at GaryCon, come say hi to us.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll be
Please
there,
come
I'll
and
be
find
there.
us if you're going to be at GaryCon.
I will think of a suitable gift to give to Zach.
There we go. That is going to be Zach Glazer or Zak Smith?
Oh, I've already got some excellent gifts for Zach Glazer.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right, take care, everyone.